So in the previous class, we were discussing different kinds of nozzles that have been used in industry so as to increase the pressure and as well as to increase the velocity. That depends upon the shape and size of the nozzle. That is, we have different kinds of nozzle. First was the converging, second is the diverging, and last one was the converging diverging nozzle. That is similar as that of the Venturi meter that is being used in the industry so to measure the discharge through flowing pipe. So next is how we will calculate the discharge or flow rate of flow using a nozzle. So you can see in the figure that we have a certain size pipe from which the water is being flowing from one end to other end, and a converging nozzle is being installed at the right side or at the end of the pipe. You can see this is the nozzle. You can see the cursor of the mouse. This is the nozzle which is being installed at the end of the pipe so as to convert whole amount of energy into single kind of energy, that is the kinetic energy. Because we have installed a converging nozzle whose diameter is increasing from entry to exit, so it is converting whole kind of energy, that is total head, into single head, that is in the form of the kinetic head. We are when the water is being flowing from one end to other end, it is having pressure energy as well as kinetic energy. But as soon as we have installed a converging nozzle at the end of the pipe, we are converting whole amount of energy into single form, that is the kinetic energy. So this is the converging nozzle in which you can see the diameter is decreasing from entry to exit, and the diameter of the converging nozzle, the entry diameter is equal to the exit diameter of the pipe. And you can see this is the water is being released from the exit point of the nozzle in the form of the jet, and it is only having the kinetic energy. Whole of the pressure energy is being converted into the kinetic energy. So energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It just can be transformed into one form to the other form. So the energy was initially in the form of pressure energy and kinetic energy, but as soon as we have installed a converging nozzle at the end of the pipe, whole of the energy is being converted into the kinetic energy. So to find out the discharge using this converging nozzle by installing that converging nozzle at the end of the pipe, we have assumed that the length of the pipe is capital L, the diameter is capital D, the diameter of the nozzle, that is the exit point of the nozzle, is small d, and v is the mean velocity of the flow in the pipe. Small v is the velocity of the flow at the exit of the flow at the exit of the nozzle, and small f is the coefficient of friction of the pipe, that is in between the liquid and the pipe, in between the inner surface of the liquid as well as the layers of the fluid. And capital H is, let us say, is the head of the water level in the reservoir above the axis of the pipe. So the pipe is in the cylindrical shape, so the axis above the axis of the uh, flow, this is called the head. So what is the loss of head due to friction in the pipe? According to Darcy-Weisbach equation, we have the equation that is HF is equal to 4FL V square by 2GD, where small f is the coefficient of friction and L is the mean length of the pipe from entry to exit. V is the velocity of flow of the fluid which is flowing in the pipe, and capital D is the diameter of the pipe. And now you can see that is the total head available at the entry of the pipe is always equal to the H minus F. That is, as soon as the water is leaving the pipe from the converging nozzle, there is always some loss of head. So how this loss of head? Because it is due to the major loss of energy, that is in the form of frictional force that is anchoring in between the layers of the liquid and as well as the layer of liquid and the inner portion of the pipe. So this is HF. So whenever you are calculating the actual head when the water is flowing from one end to other end of the pipe, you have to subtract the frictional head or the loss of head due to friction from the total head. So it becomes equal to H minus HF, that is H minus 4FL V square by 2GD. So we are subtracting the frictional head or the loss of head due to friction from the total head to calculate the actual head or the actual energy which is being left when the water is being releasing from the outer or the from the exit point of the nozzle. So assuming the minor losses and other losses are to be negligible, that is minor losses. What were the minor losses we have discussed in the previous class? Like the loss that is due to sudden enlargement or sudden contraction of the pipe, due to certain pipe fitting which is being installed in the pipe, due to some obstruction, due to some bend, or due to some any installation of any pipe fitting or the obstruction in the flow of fluid, like the dirt particles or the any small stones that may left in the fluid when it is flowing from one end to other. So we are assuming all the minor losses to be negligible, and we are only considering the major loss, that is the frictional force loss. So assuming all these conditions, we are calculating the loss of head, that is we are calculating the discharge using this nozzle. So the total head at the nozzle outlet, what will be the total head at the outlet of the nozzle? That is, if we are converting using by installing the converging nozzle at the end of the pipe, we are converting whole amount of energy into the kinetic head. So the energy that is available at the exit of the nozzle is only the kinetic energy. So total head at the nozzle outlet will be V2 V square by 2G. What is V square by 2G? It is the kinetic head, that is kinetic energy is half mv square. When we are calculating the energy with respect to the weight of the liquid, then it becomes a kinetic head or simple head. So this is the v square. It comes out to be v square by 2g. So we are putting the value of v square by 2g. So when we are equating, so let us say that at the entry of the pipe, the total head is capital H, as we have assumed in the while starting the expression of to find out the flow through the nozzle. We have assumed that capital H is the head at the entry point. So if you are initially having the total head at H at the entry point, and as soon as it is leaving the water, so it becomes equal to kinetic head plus loss of head due to friction. You can see the first equation, that is the cursor of the mouse. You can see H is equal to HF plus V square by 2G. And now we are putting the value of HF here. According to Darcy-Weisbach equation, it gives us the value of 4FL V square by 2GD. Then it becomes H becomes equal to 4FL V square by 2GD plus V square by 2G. And this V square by 2G, you can say this can be common out, and let us say assume that this equation has first equations. Now according to continuity equation of flow or mass conservation of principle, we have that mass conservation principle state that the total head remains constant from entry to exit, and also the rate of flow at entry must be equal to the rate of flow at the exit points. That is, the product of area to velocity must be equal to the product of area to velocity at entry as well as exit, when we are assuming that the minor losses are negligible in between the pipe. So it becomes capital A into capital V is equal to small a into small v. We are considering the small a as the exit diameter of the nozzle, that is the diameter of the converging nozzle at the exit point, and capital A is the diameter of the capital A is the area of the pipe, and small v is the velocity of the fluid which is flowing through the nozzle. So small v is the velocity, and capital V is the velocity of the fluid when it is flowing from the pipe. So uh, we will have capital V. We'll rearranging this A into V is equal to A into V. We are rearranging it and solving the value of capital V. It will be small a small v by capital V is equal to A, or if you want to calculate the value of capital V, it will be small a small v by capital A. So we are simply putting the value of capital V in this first equation. It becomes equal to 4FL A square V square by 2GD capital A square plus V square by 2G. So we cannot common out V square from this V square earlier, because this V was the velocity of the flow in the pipe, and this small v we have taken as a velocity of flow at the outlet of the nozzle. So now we have put the value of capital V in the terms of small v by using the continuity equation, or you can say the mass conservation principle. So it becomes equal to 4FL A square V square by G into 2D into A square plus V square by 2G. Now we can take it as common from both the equations. So it becomes equal to V square by 2G into 1 plus 4FL A square by A square into D. So this is calculated as the H, that is the total head, when we are rearranging in the terms of and calculating the terms of the small v, that is the velocity of flow at the outlet of nozzle. So it becomes equal to under root of 2gh divided by 1 plus 4fl d into a square by capital A. So this is the velocity we have come we have calculated. So when you want to calculate the discharge, you have to multiply the velocity with the area. So this is area into velocity is the discharge through nozzle. We have to simply multiply the outer area or the outlet area of the nozzle, that is the area at the exit point of the nozzle of the converging nozzle. So it is small a into small b. You have to just multiply this the value of velocity, that is under root of 2gh by 4fl a square by capital A square into d with the area of the exit of the nozzle. So this will give us the discharge which is being calculated using the converging nozzle. So similarly, we can calculate the flow using the diverging nozzle. The expression remains same, but the area or the diameter will be different if you are installing the converging nozzle or the diverging nozzle. The rate of flow will remain same. Next is the how we'll calculate the power that is being transmitted using the nozzle. So when you have installed a converging whether you have installed a converging nozzle or a diverging nozzle at the end of the pipe, you have to calculate the power that is being transmitted using the nozzle. So what is the power that is being transmitted using nozzle? We all know that that is the mass of liquid that is flowing per second at the outlet of nozzle is always m is equal to rho into a into v. What is rho here? It is density, a is area, and v is the velocity of flow. So this is nothing but the rate of flow or the discharge, that is the mass of liquid which is flowing per second at the outlet of the nozzle, and the kinetic energy is what? Kinetic energy of the flow that is being flowing from the one end to other end of the pipe. So it is half mv square. When we are putting the value of m, that is rho a v, it will become half rho a v cube. So half rho a v into v square, it becomes equal to half rho a v cube. So what is half rho a v cube? It will be in the terms of watts, because power has a units of watts. So also the power available at the inlet. What is the power available at inlet? It is the weight of the liquid into the discharge into the head of the liquid. You can see this previous figure. I am moving again to the previous slide. So this H is the head of the liquid above the center line of the pipe. Q is the discharge at entry of the pipe, and W is the weight of the liquid entering the pipe. So the power at entry, the power of the liquid, uh, power that is being transmitted from the inlet to the pipe, that is equal to W into Q into H. That is W is the weight of the liquid, Q is the discharge or rate of flow, and H is the head of the pipe. So if you, this is the power at the inlet, that is W into Q into H, and this is the power at outlet, that is half QA VQ. Why we have only assume or only calculate the value of the kinetic energy? Because I have told you in the class that whenever you have installed the converging nozzle at the end of the pipe, that is converging nozzle means that is the diameter is decreasing from entry to exit point, that is whole of the energy is being converted into the single form, that is kinetic energy. So the power which is being available at the outlet of the nozzle is only in the form of the kinetic energy. So that's why we have only calculated the value energy in the form of kinetic energy, that is half mv square. So m is what? This is discharge or the rate of flow, mass of the flow which is being flowing through the pipe per unit second. So this is rho av. So rho is density, a is area, and v is the velocity. That's why we have put that value of mass in this expression. This is half rho a v into v square. This becomes equal to half rho a v cube. And similarly, the power available at the inlet will be the weight of the liquid entering into the pipe, the rate of flow, that is discharge, and H is the head of the liquid at the entry of the pipe. So it becomes equal to W into Q into H. So similar, if we want to calculate the efficiency, efficiency is always calculate the power available at the outlet of the nozzle divided by the power available at the inlet, because the inlet power is always more as that of the outlet power, because whenever the fluid is flowing from the inlet to outlet or entry to exit, there is always some kind of losses, that is minor losses or the major losses being encountered when the fluid is flowing from one end to other end. So the power is always less as at the outlet as compared to the inlet. And also we know that the efficiency is always less than 100%, because due to some, when we are calculating the actual power or actual rate of flow, then there is always losses being encountered, whether they are major losses or the minor losses. So efficiency will be power available at outlet to the power available at inlet. You can see the cursor of the mouse. So this is half rho a v cube divided by WAH. So you can put the value of W as rho into G. That is, weight can be written as density into acceleration due to gravity, rho into G, and discharge can be written as area into velocity. That is A into V. So whenever you are rearranging it or putting the values of W and Q, you are left with the value of this expression. Efficiency is 1 by 1 plus 4 FL small a square by D into capital A square. This is the efficiency of the uh, nozzle. That efficiency is always will be in the for the converging nozzle. Next expression we have, that is how we will find, that is the condition that whenever we want the maximum power to be transmitted from the nozzle, that is we need to find out the condition or the expression whenever we need the maximum power that is to be transmitted through the nozzle. That is, how can we transmit the maximum power through the nozzle? That we require any condition. That is, at which point or at which constraint of condition we can transmit the maximum power using the converging nozzle. So coming on to the expressions, we have in the previous, like in the previous slides, we have discussed that while calculating the flow through the nozzle, we have total head at entry is always equal to total head at exit plus the loss of head due to friction. So you see the cursor of the mouse here. This is H is equal to HF plus V square by 2G. So HF is what? This is loss of head due to friction plus V square by 2G. That is the kinetic head. Again putting the value of HF, that is 4FL capital V square by 2GD plus V square by 2G. So it comes as, so we are rearranging this expression in the second step, that is V square by 2G is equal to, we are rearranging it. So we keeping the kinetic head on one side, it is V square by 2G is equal to H minus 4FL V square by 2GD. And we know that the power transmitted to the nozzle is always equal to, we have calculated in the previous equation, that power at the inlet of the, at the outlet of the pipe is half rho a V cube. So we are rearranging it and writing it as half rho a V into V square. You should consider it on the cursor of the mouse. So it is half rho a V into V square. So we are just putting the value of V square from the first equation. So you can see the second step. We have the value of V square as 2G into H minus 4FL V square by 2GD. So हम इसको मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं 2G को इधर. So we can put the value of V square here. So हमने ये पूरी जो वैल्यू है सेकंड स्टेप से निकाल ली है हमने V square, that is V square by 2G is equal to H minus 4FL V square by 2G. तो यहाँ से V 2G को इधर मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे अगर राइट हैंड साइड पे, तो ये V स्क्वायर की वैल्यू आ जाएगी 2G मल्टीप्लाई बाय ब्रैकेट में H minus 4FL V square by 2GD. So we can put this value of V square in this step. So we have, you can see the cursor of the mouse again. You should consider it on the cursor of the mouse so that you keep in the touch with the expression. So this is half rho a V into 2G into H minus 4FL V square by 2GD. So it is, you can say 2 and 2 will be cancel out and rho G will become W. So it becomes equal to WAV into H minus 4FL V square by 2GD. So you can, whenever the density will be multiplied by the G, it becomes weight of the liquid. So this is WAV into H minus 4FL V square by 2GT. From continuity equation of flow, we all know that rate of flow is always equal at entry and exit when we are assuming that there are no minor losses. So this is capital A into capital V is equal to small a into small v, or from capital V we have small a into small v by capital A. So we can put the value of capital V here in the terms of small v by divided by capital A. So we are substituting the value of capital V in equation this previous equation. So we are getting the power transmitted through nozzle, that is P is equal to WAV into H minus 4FL. So this was V square. So whenever we are putting the value of V in the terms of AV by capital A, so it is always be the scale, so it becomes equal to 4FL into A square V square by capital A square into D into 2G. So whenever in the case of the mathematics you already have read, must have read that whenever you are converting or want to calculate the maximum value of uh, certain constant or certain variable, then you will always derivate it with respect to the variable. So here the power is being varying due to the change in the velocity of the pipe. Because we have installed a nozzle, we are increasing the velocity by installing the converging nozzle at the exit of the pipe. Then therefore the power transmitter will be maximum whenever the dp by dv is equal to 0. But what is dp by dv? That is, we are calculating the derivative of power with respect to the velocity, because velocity is the only variable which is being changing. So coefficient of friction is constant here, head is constant, length of the pipe is constant, area is constant, and so as the diameter is constant. So only variable here is the velocity. So whenever you want to calculate the value by maximum value of any uh, x or y, then we will derivate with respect to the variable term or the variable point in the terms of the expression. So here we also derivating that power with respect to the velocity. So power transfer will be maximum whenever it is being derivated and equated equal to 0. So this is dp by dv is equal to 0. So we have to put the value of p here. So what was p? I am again moving to the previous slide. So this is p is what? This is wav into h minus 4fl a square v square by d into 2g into a square. So you can see the cursor of the mouse. Where is the cursor of the mouse? This is the power transmitted through the nozzle with the calculator. This is wav into h minus 4fl a square v square by d into 2g into a square. We are just putting the similar value, this same value in this expression, and now we are getting, that is, d by dv into wav into h minus 4fl a square v square by a square into 2g into d and equating it as 0. So derivating we are only derivating with respect to v. So firstly we'll multiply in the second step v in the inside portion of the expression. So moving the v in the inside to the bracket, so it becomes wav into hv minus 4fl, the same expression. So v is multiplied here, so here it becomes h into hv, and here it becomes a square v cube by a2 is equal to, or a square is equal to 0. So now we are derivating with respect to v, all other are constant. So whenever we are assuming it all other are constant, so wav will be common, and hv, the derivative of v will be 1. So how will calculate the derivative? We are taking the power first and decreasing the power by 1. So here v cube is equal to 3v square. So again it becomes 3v square. So similarly, HV, the derivative of HP will be only H, because derivative of V is 1. The power of V is 1. We're getting the power in the forward in the coming direction, and also decreasing the power by 1 for the derivation. So the power of V square, so if it is V naught, then this is 1. The power of any term, if the power of any term is 0, it is considered as 1. So it is H minus 3 4FL by 2 DD into capital V square. So this is the expressions we have. So this is for this is HF. We all know that it is 4FL V square by 2GD is the expression of the HF, that is the loss of head due to friction. So we are putting the value here as HF, so it becomes equal to H minus 3HF is equal to 0, and this HF is equal to H by 3. So what this indicates that if you want to transmit the maximum power using any nozzle, then the loss of head in the pipe due to friction must be one third of the total head that is being supplied at the entry of pipe. That is, if at the entry of pipe, I am again coming back to the previous slide. So If at the exit of pipe, if at the entry of the pipe, the total head is capital H. You can see in the figure that if the at the entry of the pipe the total head is capital H, and if at the exit you are getting the total head as H by 3, or the loss of head in between the pipe due to friction is equal to H by 3, that is one third of the total head, then you are getting the maximum power that is being transmitted using the nozzle. So this expressions will tell us or indicates that the power transmitted by nozzle is maximum whenever the loss of head due to frictions in the pipe is equal to the one third of the total head that is being supplied at the entry of the pipe. So this expression is very very important from the medical point of view, and also competitive exams point of view, and also to your final semester exams. So next, how will you calculate the diameter of the nozzle for transmitting the maximum power? So how that diameter of the pipe, diameter of the nozzle, what should be the diameter of the nozzle for transmitting the maximum power? Previous expression was to calculate the condition for the maximum power transmission. So the condition was that is HF must be equal to the one third of the total head that is being transmitted at the entry of the pipe. Now we are calculating the diameter of the nozzle for transmission of the maximum power. So we always know that we are using the same equation in all the expressions. We always know that H is equal to HF plus V square by 2G for the converging nozzle. Keep in mind that we are only calculating these all the conditions, all the diameters and all the power transmission only for the converging nozzle, because in the case of the converging nozzle we are installing the we're getting only the kinetic head at the exit of the pipe. So H is equal to HF plus V square by 2G is what, that is the H is the total head at inlet must be equal to total head at outlet plus the loss of head due to friction. Total head at outlet is what, it is only available in the form of the kinetic head, that is it is equal to V square by 2G. So HF is the loss of head due to friction, so the inlet head must be equal to the kinetic head plus loss of head due to friction. So in the previous equations, we have find out that the capital H, that is loss of head at the inlet of the pipe, is always equal to the 3 times the loss of head due to frictions. So H is equal to 3HF. We can put the value of, you can keep on concentrating using by watching the cursor of the mouse for the expressions. So HF, H is equal to 3HF. So that we can put the value of capital H as 3HF here. So it is 3HF is equal to HF plus V square by 2G, or it can be written as 3HF minus HF is equal to V square by 2G. So 3HF minus HF becomes equal to 2HF. So we can put the value of HF here. It is 4FL V square by 2G. D is equal to V square by 2G. Again, considering the continuation of flow, we have AV is equal to capital AV is equal to small AV, and again we're calculating the value of or rearranging in the terms of capital V, so it becomes equal to small a into small v divided by capital V, and again we are coming to this equation and putting the value of capital V here in the terms of small a small v by capital A, and it becomes equal to 2FL a square v square by 2GD into capital A square is equal to v square by 2G. So we are you can see all the terms will be cancelled out, 2G with the 2G, and by rearranging we only get capital A square by small a square is equal to 8FL by capital D. So whenever you are finding the ratio of capital A to the small a, so you have to uh, take the square root of the right hand side, so it becomes equal to capital A by small a is equal to under root of 8FL by capital D. So it gives us the ratio of the areas, that is of the supply pipe, that is the pipe through which the fluid is flowing, and small a is the area of the nozzle for the maximum power transmission. So if in any of the question an examiner asks you to write out the equation for the areas of the pipe to the area of the nozzle for the maximum power transmission, we can simply write the expression that is under root of 8FL by D's expression to find out the maximum power transmission, or the ratio of areas to the pipe from where the fluid is flowing and the area of the nozzle. So submitting the value of A and A in the equation 2.24, that is, what is the area of the pipe? It is always pi by 4 capital D square, and area of the nozzle is small pi by 4 into small a square is equal to 8 FL by capital D. And then we are rearranging pi by 4 and pi by 4 will be cancel out. So it becomes equal to D4 by small d4 is equal to 8 FL by capital D. Then we have to calculate the value of, we want to calculate the value of the diameter of the nozzle at the exit point. That is, the diameter which is less at the exit, at entry it is same as that of the diameter of the pipe, because we are using the converging nozzle. The entry diameter of the nozzle of converging nozzle is equal to the exit point diameter of the pipe, whereas we only concerned with the calculating the smaller diameter, that is the exit diameter of the nozzle. So it becomes equal to d, small d is equal to capital D raised to power 5 divided by 8 FL to the power 1 by 4. So this is the equation, or this is the expression, or this is the diameter which must be there for the nozzle for the maximum transmission from using the converging nozzle from one point to the other point. So this is the expression. So next we have water hammer in pipe. We will do this topic in our next class. Now anybody having any